Good evening and welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is October the 31st, and I got a bunch to share with you. Um, First and foremost, let me tell you about the call that I had with the programmer today. Started at 3:30, quarter to 4. We got off at 6:30. He went over the entire back office, both of them. Actually, there's 4 of them. He went over as much as he possibly could with the information that he currently has worked out. Now, the beautiful part to this is the addition that has been added to a promise delivered is completely unique to a promise delivered. It was actually built for the process of how it works. Okay. There was no software available to do what I needed it to do because there's a specific way that it has to work in order for it to do what I've been telling you all this time. So it has to work a certain way. He tried 3 different platforms, processors, payment gear, whatever you want to call it. None of them made the test. Remember, I said he was testing it last week? They all failed. They got gummed up at step 4. Yeah, step 4, it just lost its way and was putting stuff in places and not paying. It was paying every other person. It was crazy. So he had to go through 4 of those. So he just decided to build one. So our payment, I want to call it software because that's what it is. He had to code this thing. Our payment software is one of a kind. There's a patent being put together for it while they're fixing it. It's just that serious. So I looked over everything, and the total price for this addition is $2,500. Okay. Additional to what was already paid. So, what I'm saying to everybody, like I've always said, it's going to take all of us to do it. There's a lot of people that are on the spreadsheet that have not sent in the $25. And the only reason why I'm talking about it today is because I need you guys to understand MWR is all that in a bag of chips. And I'm going to tell you why I'm talking about the 2 tonight. There's a reason for it. All those who haven't sent in, I need you to send in. I don't have it. All I have is unemployment. Okay, so the reason I'm talking about the 2 is because what I'm going to do is take step 4, and the product for step 4 is a fully paid for position in MWR. I'll say that again. Step 4 is a fully paid for position in MWR. That's $398. Okay. Now, what is that going to do? Number one, it's going to pay a person's way into MWR fully vested. Okay. I have to match the 2. I have to put the 2 together because no one seems to want to give me an opportunity to talk to them. Everyone's tied up, or the school is out, or whatever reason. Every school that I talked to said no. because they keep the doors closed to outside vendors. That's why no one helps the colleges. That's why no one helps the students. You can't get to them to help them unless you talk to them outside of school and let them carry it in. That's called the ant theory. You give a worker ant a little piece of sugar, I guarantee you he'll carry it back to the nest and all the ants will come get it. If you don't believe me, drop some sugar down next summer and watch it. See who comes and takes it and see who comes back with friends. We can't wait on that. Okay. That's a valiant way to do it. We're still going to work that way. All the construction has stopped for this year. Okay, no one's building anything. Even here, they finished up the last building. There's not going to be any more building until next spring. I don't know about you, but I want my MWR loaded out by next spring. When I say loaded out, I'm talking 33 strong. So if we have a system called a promise delivered that you all be in within a matter of a couple of weeks, he did say 2 weeks. He needs 2 weeks to make it happen. But we got 2 weeks to understand something. One, how many people need MWR? Two, if you can offer a person a fully paid for position into a system that is going to start paying them the second they sign up, and they can use the commissions to pay their way, done deal. Now, let's look at it like this. As you already know, we're going to run with 50 people right off rip, right? 50 people. That's 50 positions in MWR. Okay? Then we go with the rest of the greens, which there's a lot more than that. And the rest each put in somebody. Now you're talking over 100 positions. This person didn't have to come up with anything. They didn't have to do anything other than come to a call. So whoever you put in or whoever you donate that to, the requirement is coming to this call. So you just don't give it out to folks. You know, $398 is a lot of money. You're talking $400. So if you're going to invest $400 into a person, they have to come to this call and get some education on how to use it. I thought about it last night. I said, well, how can I make one program push the other where the other, there's no upgrading, going back to the person, okay, now that you did this, go up to the upgrade, the next level, get an outside membership. It's too much. But this way, $398, they come to a call, they have a position in MWR, and they're building out underneath all of you. They're going to be forced put in there, paid positions. It's a lot different than when you came in. You came in at the 149, you came in at the 99, you've been paying 149 a month. People stopped paying because they couldn't afford it, because there's no income, because there's no movement below. MWR is a monster system. Proof is behind me. All I need to do is get a couple students to do the same thing. Pay off some tuition, pay off some lab fees, book fees, whatever fees they have. Now, I don't know if nobody on this call has any grandchildren, nephews, nieces, and whatever in school, we got to find at least 10 of them. They're the first ones that are going to get that 398 push. They'll be put into the system, no money out of their pocket. They start making money the second they sign up. And then what we need to do is teach them, as you're making these $5, $10, $20, or whatever, pay a bill with your MWR funds, get receipts, and show that you did it. Okay. And then do that for 2-3 months. So we can then show, this is called case study. They can mail it to me. I'll put it together, whatever. There's some people that want to volunteer. I'm going to need some help with that. You're going to put the bill that was paid, how they paid it, with what commissions, and at least a snapshot or something that doesn't show their personal information, how they're starting to receive payments. You can't take a snapshot of the text that they send, but you can do a picture of the e-wallet balance, not the whole e-wallet picture, but just where the balance is, in a simple testimony. They don't have to go into what school they are, how old they are, none of that. Well, they can do the school name because that links everything together. Their first name, they don't have to give last name, school name, and what they've paid off. Once we have those records of proof of these students paying their debts with MWR, then we can walk it back into the school with proof of the student that is actually in the school. And then we'll have a case study. See, that kind of proof I don't have right now. What I have is a overview of the company. I have a website that shows what we do, but no proof. Does that make sense? Don't unmute. I'm recording. So that's what I need going forward. But a promise delivery is going to push that scenario times everybody that's in here, times everybody. Right now, there's 460. It's either 460 or 560. There's 560 people on that list. So we already know where that puts us, some of us. That's 500 people below you in your network. That's 500 people under you. Do you think you'll be paying at 149 anymore? Do you think you'll be receiving a daily text of at least 300 a day? Let's do the math, or let's take a look. Because I like to be correct when I say things. And we don't have to guess because we have the website to prove it. Let me log in. Let me share the screen. Let's go over here to the presentation. Scroll down. So we said 500, right? That's 480. That's $300 a day. I was right on the button. That's $9,000 a month. You didn't have to do a thing. You have people that are receiving everything behind that. $200 a day, $150 a day, $100 a day, 50, 20. Okay? So imagine what's going to happen. There's going to be a campaign page put up that is going to explain what that voucher is. If you don't have someone for that voucher, you send the voucher in and it'll go to that spot, that campaign. Person signs up, they go over, they get a spot. $398 is going to be put aside for people to just join MWR. So now here is where you get your entire family involved. All those ones that I don't have 149. I can't do that. I don't know nobody. And on and on. Now all they have to do is sign up. Now, this is a little bit more specific because of the simple fact it is set up to correct the financial portfolio. So you can't put somebody 10 years old in this. They have to be adults or young adults, college, okay? People that are paying bills. I know the little ones are helping out, but you know what I'm saying. You cannot put a little one in this, not MWR. You can, but not in this part of it. Okay? The 398 will be built out for a few different people. Those who have no idea about what's going on, those who don't have 398 to put into a platform, those who no friends left list. You don't have to have anybody. You don't have to know anybody, but you have to want to fix your credit, take care of your portfolio. Here's an opportunity to do it. It's not just get in and make some money. You still have to do what's necessary. Fix the credit, pay off the debt, and so on and so forth. You know the 4 steps. I don't have to repeat that one. They still have to do the 4 steps, but they're getting a helping hand into the pay line to be paid day one. They're going to come in making $5 a day. If I put 6 of those people under you, you just made $300 plus $600 or $450. It's over there on the far right. So 6 people go in under you as a star, 2-star. 6 people, 300, 450. The first 60 days, you get these 2 right off the bat. That's $750. Boom, right to your account. On top of the $20 a day. 12 more people come in, 36. You get the 300 and 900. And $30 a person. You see it, it's sitting right there. Leadership bonus. $30, $300, $900 if this is done in the 90 days. If we're bringing in people every day into a promise delivered, step 4, they put up $398 for somebody to come into MWR. And it's not even a choice, it's being taken. I'm forcing two programs to marry up and pay everybody in between. So this eliminates the I don't have. This eliminates the stagnant time that we're sitting week in and week out with no movement. Okay, so this is going to fix the I don't have anybody's. It's going to fix it, just like APD was fixed today. It's expensive, but it's fixed. What does that mean by spring? If we're doing this on a daily basis, there's 500 positions coming into APD. That's 500 positions for MWR, Team Royal. Each of those 500 is going to have 3 people connected to them. How many people is that? Enough. Then there's 3 people attached to those, and 3 people attached to those, and over and over. Mandatory. Feeding each other until we max out. You max out at 33,000 people. I see that before spring. Twice. You have, he said 2 weeks, so that's middle of November. You have December, January, February, March. By my birthday, April, by my birthday, it's 5 months. 5 months of people talking about A Promise Delivered and Team Royal. 5 months of testimony. Yeah, when I first got with him, I wasn't doing nothing. I was paying every month. Didn't make a dime. But boy, when he put those two together, I started making this. I made this a couple days. Then 3 days after that, I was making this. Now I'm doing $300 a day. And all I did was join A Promise Delivered. So I have to work in the background. When I don't see things happening, I start thinking, how do I fix this? How do I fix this giant gap from the day that I started? Did real well. Everybody was in, things were moving along. And then it went to not quite that, but almost. So something said, look, if they can't find the people, and the people that they did find, not saying that no one found anybody, so I'm not taking that away from a good many of you that did hella work. Went to 9 different colleges for me, went to construction sites, went to nursing homes, went to everything. And I called every one of them. I called every one of them. Now, I can say the construction people that I called said, wait till spring. We're not doing anything right now, which that makes sense. They're not going to, you don't see people buying houses in the winter, especially right now. But we will see them fixing their credit for spring. Then I get to go back to those builders with a whole lot of proof, 5 months worth of proof that Team Royal does what it says it's going to do. It's going to fix your financial portfolio. It's going to put money in your pocket. Hopefully they hold on to it because you're going to need closing costs and what's the other one? closing costs and insurance. That's the two, or down payment. But if your credit's right, you don't need a down payment. Even with the VA, my credit score was 760 something. I didn't even need any down payment just off of the credit. Then when I put the VA on top of it, it was crazy. They had to pay me to buy the house. Go figure. So we got 5 months, y'all. I see um I see the fix to this, and it's gonna be with a promise delivered. I said I wasn't gonna do the call with both of them talk about, but I have to do it tonight because of what I learned today. What he is doing, or what he's done, is created a system to where literally it's at your fingertips. The sky is at your fingertips, but I'm going to take a portion of that sky and mix it into MWR. Each and every one of you, step 4, 398 goes towards an entry to MWR. I don't think I'll have too many people say, no, you can't do that. It belongs to me. Well, I got some bad news for you. You're going to have to wait to step 5 to get some money. No, I'm just kidding. You'll be fine. I looked at the numbers. It works out just right. So step 4 is going to be dedicated to MWR times everybody that comes through the door. And I assure you, in 5 months, this call is going to be heavy because they're all going to be invited to come here and let me know how they're doing because of what all of you did. All of you put them in so they wouldn't be on this call or in that predicament if it wasn't for you. Okay, so we can all take our bow right now because it's coming and it's going down. That's what I decided today. On top of a few other things. All right, so that's where we are with MWR. There's no movement. There hasn't been in weeks. Like I said, the school said no, construction said no, nursing homes or whatever. No, everybody's saying no, 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 no. That's okay. It's quite all right. I got a plan. And I have 59 people that agree with that plan. Thumbs up. 59 people, thumbs up. So you already know 59 positions are coming with just this one call. And you're just now hearing about it. What that's going to do is ignite 2 streams of income for all of you. Okay? 2 streams of income with a potential of land banking, private reserve, and the other reserve. So actually 5 streams of income will come out of this. I also have I want to call it a AI crypto trading platform. Now, you didn't think I was doing all this teaching about crypto and not have one of those in my sleeve, did you? You didn't actually think that. Yes, this thing pays every day. Every day. You're going to be dealing with crypto. We might as well get ready to really deal with it. That's your third stream of income off of these two. Okay. There's one more piece to this whole menagerie of good times, and that's phase two. Phase two was approved by two of the organizations that I have been talking to for 6 months. Two of them said, yep, we'll stand behind that. We'll stamp it. I got one more to go. Once I get that one more left, phase two goes into motion. Phase two ain't no joke. But again, we got to get over the little speed bumps, you know, put your seatbelt on, get ready, get educated. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Be ready. I'm going to change the time on it because Zoom seems to go with what I put in there. And if I put 1 hour, it's going to shut off. That's what's been going on. I found out it's not the internet, it's not my computer, it's the timer on the call. It's a 1 hour. I set it to 1 hour and it shuts off at 1 hour and 30 minutes. It gives you an extra 30 minutes and then it shuts off. It shuts off at the same time every week. So I said, okay, let me go back and look and read the instructions. That's the first time I didn't read the instructions. Thought it was something wrong with the computer. Getting ready to throw this thing out the second story window when all I had to do was read the instructions. See how important it is to read? So I'll change the time. We're going to go over purchasing and how to get bank verified tomorrow. I need you ready. I need you ready because I'm hearing some pretty immaculate things, and it all involves cryptocurrency. Told you this was coming. So be ready tomorrow. I don't have anything else on MWR. Not going to do a overview. I already did one, but I do want to take some questions. I wanted to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And if there's something I may have missed, please ask. One moment.